to see the world and sail the seven seas. Wanna be free, unveil some mystery. Ancient times have passed me by, thou will remain. Hold my eyes under the open sky, but here life guides me to my destination. Sail set high, I passed the easy. They stood out of face, they stood so silently. Faith in fools under.
Hey everyone, welcome to Vancouver Island. Just walking along a log here in the middle of the forest. Gotta love log trails, unless you fall off a log, then it's not so much fun. But in the meantime, I'm somewhere in a forest on Vancouver Island, picking up where I left off on the last video, doing some exploring. I found a really neat spot a couple days ago and 2 days before that, and so I'm going to do a little bit more exploring today, taking you along with me, and again, just give you a 360 view here. As you can see, no trails, which as per usual means I'm going to have to do a lot of bushwhacking, and maybe I'll film a little bit of that today, because some of you might not believe that what I'm doing is all that difficult when I keep saying that this is there's certain times where it's really difficult bushwhacking through shallal and things like that. So maybe I'll give you a taste so you can see for yourselves. But anyway, this beautiful area here has some large old growth trees and some nice little waterfalls, so it's got a beautiful combination, and some little slot canyons, little gorges. A gorge is just, to me, a little bit wider than a slot canyon. And so yeah, let's go exploring, and I'll pick back up when we get down to the river. Fortunately, so far I'm getting far better light conditions than the last two times I was here. If you watched the other two videos, you would have heard me say that I left Victoria, and then by the time I got to where I was doing my exploring, it was totally clear and sunny. So this is much better. So just on my way to the other spot, I'll just show you this little neat area here, kind of reminiscent of two potholes. Now ideally I want to get over to those far rocks over there and see if I can get a photo looking this way, but that's not really my main priority. My main priority is I'm going to be bushwhacking up there, way all along through that bush right there, and then I have to get out my safety rope like last time in order to get down to the river. So at least now that I know the route to get there, and so it'll be a lot easier this time, but still a lot of bushwhacking. So let's head over there. All right, so I'm on the log. Waterfall's down there, and here we go on a slippery portion of the log. I'm going to do my best to film this as I use just one hand. But I have to grab onto stuff too, so you're going to see all kinds of goofy tilt motions because I have to concentrate on what I'm doing more than filming. So, okay, made it to the opening here. Now I have to kind of jump down onto this other log. Whoa! Just about missed it. Okay, so you can see I'm getting kind of all stuck. Happens all the time. You run into these things here are all prickly, so that's why I wear the gloves. Okay, rotting logs, so your feet can go through those easily. And grab onto some shallal. And there's the waterfall down there. That's what I just came through. A cliff. And let's continue on here. And finally, it gets a little clearer to walk up this mossy lot right here for a bit. Try that again. So this is par for the course when you're going through the forest of Vancouver Island. Again, this part right here is not too bad. I mean, this is as easy as it gets. And then just more of the same. So I think you get the idea. So I'm going to put the camera away for a while until I get to the nice little section over there. I'll show you in a bit. Just going to do a quick stop at this area that I really loved yesterday. Kind of a little punch bowl waterfall area. Yesterday I shimmied across the log that goes across another waterfall down there, down those rocks onto there. Took a couple photos from down there. So a really beautiful little spot. You can see how high the rock goes up. Pretty big trees up there. And so next I'm going to head back up this way and then down to the area where it's all really sunny. I got a couple shots from yesterday here towards the sunlight. Kind of made the conditions too harsh, but yesterday is a washout for there, so I'm going to head back down there right this moment. I absolutely love this scene right here. I'll show you. Got that beautiful tree curling up there, contoured rock, and of course you can just see the waterfall. Got some ferns around this area. This is, in my opinion, paradise. Alright, so I just came down from up there all the way down through here. And here's our waterfall again from a different angle. And then another waterfall over there. And I did a little bit of exploring out that way yesterday. And then there's another little waterfall right down here, but can't show you that at the moment. So take a couple photos here, probably do a little bit of photography up that way. And after that, that's when I'll head back up there. See, today it could rain, so but right now it's a little bit of mist has been moving in and out, so if that would happen without the rain, that would be really good. So I keep forgetting, I bought a little polarizer for my GoPro, so there's a lot of glare on those leaves. So let's do a little experiment. Let's get those leaves in the shot there. See how that looks. And now let's put the polarizer on. See how it looks. Well, I'd say that looks better. Definitely less glare. So I think I'll try to do the rest of the video with the polarizer on it. And speaking of forgetting things, as soon as I started walking down the logging road to the spot where I need to get into the forest, I saw a big black bear, but it kind of looked back at me for about 5 seconds. I debated about whether to get my camera out or not, because it was, well, further than that waterfall away, so it would have looked pretty tiny. But anyway, he, sure enough, like most black bears do, he just took off and then just beelined it into the bush, and I just went on my merry way right past where he just was. I've encountered probably 10 or 12 black bears on the island over the past just 5 years, and except for one, which is a bit of a story I won't get into here, but all but that one, they always just take off. So, but if you're afraid of black bears, exploring Vancouver Island, particularly by yourself, probably isn't something that you'll want to do. I really like this angle right here. It shows more of the contours of the rocks. Plus it reveals a nice dark mossy area right beside to the right of the waterfall. It looks a little bit mysterious, like you're looking into that little area there. Kind of neat. Right behind me here is that little gorge. And where I want to get to is over there by that big tree there. And here's the gorge area. Pretty neat. And next I'm going to make my way over to that tree right there, and then hopefully I can get around the bend. Again, if you saw yesterday's or the video previous to this one, you will have seen me get an overhead view from way up there somewhere yesterday, up on that cliff. So anyway, here's a little bit different angle on the waterfall. Another little waterfall right here. The other waterfall right over there. And it's just starting to sprinkle. Not really sprinkle, a little bit of a mist, so which is fine, but it does make the surfaces a little bit more slick, so I have to be extra careful. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do some more exploring, and that might be a nice tree. I might be able to get a half decent photo of that tree over there. So let's get to it. Slowly making my way up the embankment. Show you, just came down there. That's where I started. That you can maybe see my rope, the big fallen tree. That's where I started this morning. Went down there. Now I'll back up, and slowly but surely I will make my way up the rest of this way here, and then hopefully straight across and then down again. Things are getting a little intense. So I just finished cutting through all that, and I kind of went down and then back up, so I thought I might be able to make it down over there, but I couldn't. So now I'm kind of at this ravine, and look at that beautiful branch right there. It's cool, eh? So now what I'm about to do, I'm actually standing on an old root of a giant old tree. And I'm going to attempt to, at least, scale along this tree that goes over the ravine or whatever you want to call it, and then make my way to the other side, and then I'm pretty sure that's the best slope over there for getting down there. But of course that's a tad sketchy doing something like this. Made it to the other side, that wasn't too bad at all. So now I start cutting down that way. Still have to get through all this thick shit. Sorry, but by the time you've gone through a lot of this stuff, it just becomes thick shit. And it's not fun. So I really hope there's something worth seeing down there after all this effort. Looks like a couple pretty big trees right over there. 3 of them maybe. But anyway, I'm gonna get down there first, do some exploring, and then maybe I'll check out the trees in the neighborhood here. Made it. Came down right there, and here's what I see. Kind of a slot canyon area. So that's pretty neat. Just out of camera view, just around that rock there is a tiny little waterfall, so I'm going to make my way down there and see if I can get a little closer to it. And then down there, see a sheer cliff right there. So I'm not even sure where that big tree that I was trying to get to is. It must be around the corner. So I guess that I've come down further than I thought. So it's going to be really hard to see how far I can get up, because these, I mean, as you can see, these are all just huge boulders, can make for obvious obstacles. So whether I can get around that kind of stuff, it's hard to say. And then when it's narrower like this, it tends to make the water deeper, so that means I might not be able to cross the river. But anyway, I'm going to do some exploring. It's kind of cool down here, that's for sure. It's actually a lot cooler when you get right down in the canyon. So, looks like I can scamper up that, down through that, maybe hop over there, I don't know, we'll see. But I want to just get an angle on that little tiny cascade and see if there's a bigger one around the corner. But yeah, really neat in here. Right, so here's the little cascade. And it sounds like there's something around the corner there, so I'm going to make a quick effort to get down here and across, but it's very slippery. That could be, yeah, I don't know. Hard to say if I can pull that off, because that's all slippery right there. Not too deep, but deeper than my boots. Just even getting down here is a little sketchy. That spot right there, getting back up, that's going to be a little fun. But yeah, it's quite a neat little slot canyon. Well, that was a no-go. I couldn't get around the corner. It looked like it was going to be kind of cool around the corner, but I tried 2 different ways. I tried actually scaling up the cliff, got to almost the top, but just couldn't quite do it. So now I'm a little further downstream. Show you these big, huge boulders that have fallen down from the cliff. And I think there's going to be a little tiny cascade around the corner there from the sounds of it. So I'm going to go check that out. Get under here. So I think, hard to say, but I might have been way up there. Yes, or 2 days ago rather. All right, I need to focus on what I'm doing here, so I'll pick back up if I see something cool to show you. Well, wait until you see this. I'm kind of deliberately tucked in a little rock corner here, so you can't see what I'm about to show you. First off, look at all the beautiful shades of pink and green, a little bit of yellowish. And then, to top it all off, another waterfall. But unless I want to make quite an effort to keep going, really neat in there. Actually, it looks like there'd be a seasonal waterfall in that mossy area right there. It looks like I kind of get up there, walk not along that, but up higher, because when I'm up higher on these rocks, which is kind of challenging to get down, I could see a feeder waterfall just down there. And I'd almost bet money that right around the corner there's going to be another gorge or a slot canyon and yet another waterfall. So it's about 1:30 p.m. now. I have lots of time. It's kind of at that point where I'm not sure if I want to keep going, because I have a long way to go back now, and some tough areas to get through. So even just finding this though is worth the trip now. So, but I am curious. I might give it a shot. Doesn't look too terrible. But yeah, this is pretty cool. The only unfortunate thing is that if you have a look around, literally the only spot where I can take a photo from, unless I was to go up on the embankment over there. So it's a pretty tough shot to get, because ideally I'd like to be back there. But yeah, it's another amazing spot. It's probably a little dark in here. I'm just following that little stream that I showed you at the end of the last clip. It looks like there's a pretty good size tree right there. I might check that on the right there. Check that on the way. But anyway, I wanted to show you this. Oh wow, that looks really dark. But anyway, it's a big, huge fallen tree. Yeah, that's really dark with that polarizer on it. But anyway, what I'm doing is slowly going to try and make my way along that embankment that I was showing you. It'll lighten up in a second. A little mucky through here. Just keep rolling for a bit, and hopefully you can see the waterfall. Slowly coming into view. Yeah. Yeah, so you can just see it through there. I'm gonna make my way through this. Oh boy, that doesn't look fun. Anyway, I'm gonna make my way along here, and I'll try to give you a little better angle in a bit. Okay, so I'm above that colorful embankments right down there. So now I can see there's a second little cascade through this waterfall, which I couldn't see before. And I can tell there's another little waterfall right down there. Now, wouldn't it be fun if I could actually shimmy all the way up that tree right there to the other side, and then I wouldn't have to go all the way back? But I don't think that's gonna happen. But let's keep going a bit. So I just took the polarizer off to see the waterfall down there, but I'm kind of right under a rock, so kind of wild through here. So if it starts pouring rain, which it feels like it could any second, at least I know where I can go for cover. But it's really easy to get along this area here, which is kind of neat. Wow, looks like there's going to be a nice cascade down there. Oh, I can see another one through there. It just keeps giving and giving and giving this area. Holy smokes. That's straight down there. Yeah, I can see another. I can see a waterfall over there. There's a waterfall down there. That's a feeder stream. So, wow, this could be really hard to get down there, but I'm gonna check it out down there, see if it's safe. I have a feeling it's gonna be too steep though. There's a clear shot of the waterfall, but I don't really see a way down there. I'd need another safety rope, which I don't have. I can see two more cascades. Then there's another waterfall coming down from another little creek over there. It looks really, really neat, but just don't think I can get down there. For me. Yeah, to get down there would literally require me going way back to where I kind of came down by that, where I went over the big old growth tree, cutting way across through bush. Not gonna happen. So, let's see raindrops. This might be as far as I get. I went exploring up there a little bit further too, and pretty much comes to a dead end and a super steep cliff where I can see yet another tiny cascade even further down around the bend, but just absolutely, I just don't see. There's one possibility through there, but it looks really sketchy. So I'm thinking this is probably a good scare, and I'm being 100% serious right now. I was trying to find a way down, and I thought I might have spotted a way right down here. So I was kind of crouching down, grabbing onto one of these things right here, like this. And I had more weight going forward than I should have, because I was just about to give it a shot, and this broke. And so I went sliding right down to that little embankment down there. And fortunately, it's nice and flat. It wasn't all jagged, or else I could have busted up my ankle. But then the part that wasn't over there yet, I'm completely okay, but then I was rather concerned if I was going to be able to get back up. So, as you can see, I did, but holy smokes. Once again, the only way I could get back up was I was standing on that rock right there, that light part, and I literally had to grab onto these with both hands because there's literally nothing else I could grab. So I grabbed that one and that one, and I had to hope like heck that they held my weight. And I know from experience that they're pretty strong, but you shouldn't really rely on them. But I had no choice. So anyway, I managed to pull myself up, grabbed onto this little tree here, and here I am. So I almost made it down there, but not the easy way. But once I got down there, I thought I might as well have a look around, see if it's possible to get all the way down there. And there's another sketchy area, so I didn't want to take two chances, so I just made sure I got back up here first. But I'm sure if I could have got down there and I couldn't have got back up here, I literally could have found a way somewhere in one of these ravines, but that would have been 3 times the bushwhacking, and oh my god, that would have been a nightmare. But anyway, that on the other side of things, the waterfall right through there is really, well, you can't see it, just barely through there. Looks pretty cool too. Then there's a bunch of little cascades that don't look all that impressive, but I think that I can easily get down there, but I'll need a couple of short ropes. So I'm gonna turn around. I might head out, check out that tree I was talking about earlier. I know it's probably really dark in here. It's kind of a dark and gloomy day at the moment. But yeah, I'm gonna go check out that tree and I'm gonna start heading back. It's about 2:30 now, so I've got an hour and a half to get out of here now. So, and a lot more bushwhacking. It's not gonna be fun. So heading back. Been a really amazing day though, but obviously there's even more to explore yet. But I'll check in. I might try and find a different way out where that little slot canyon was, where I kind of couldn't get around the corner there. I think I might be able to get up a little ravine there, so I'll check in when I get there. And there's the big tree. It's more impressive from the other side, but too treacherous for me to get over there. I can see another huge tree over that way there, but too much effort for me at this point. Well, I'm going to take a calculated risk. You can see I'm back at the little slot canyon. My calculated risk is another nice tree right there. I'm going to go up here and hoping that it takes me to where I originally came down, which is over to the right. So if this works out going up this way, I might be able to check out around the corner and it'll save me some time, meaning I wouldn't have to go across the the big old fallen tree. As you can see, there's yet another one right there, some trees growing out of it, which is kind of interesting. So it looks pretty easy going up this part of it. I just have to hope that I don't run into a cliff up there, which makes it so I can't go any further, but I'm going to give it a shot. Well, I'm going to call it a day. It's been exciting, scary, adventurous, full of surprises, good ones. But I'm tired out. I have no idea what time it is right now. It feels like about 5 o'clock. So, yeah, I can tell you I'll be back here for sure again. Hopefully I can borrow a couple of ropes so I can get down to that other section, but it's just so much work to get there. And then you have to come all the way back, so. But now, I have a confession to make. A bit of a stupid confession too at that. I was working on some of my photos yesterday, and I totally forgot to put my memory card back in my camera. So I got about 3/4 of the way to this logging road and then finally clued in that I didn't even have a memory card with me. I didn't have a spare. So anyway, that's probably the second time I've done that, but at least I'm not traveling in a foreign country, and at least it's fairly local. But anyway, I'll be back, and preferably with a little bit less dark cloud, because it's a pretty dark, overcast day right now. But anyway, that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, please. Consider subscribing, because you probably won't see any of these places on anyone else's videos. So hopefully you're interested in seeing these wild out-of-the-way spots that I'm showing you. And I guess that's about it. Until next time, thanks for watching. See you later. Take care.